paper on your head to make a lot of blink. Now think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all because of music? Sure, that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now mold it before I lose it.
The 2K Sports.
Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith welcoming one and all to 2K Sports. This is a preseason edition of the NBA on 2K. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Magic in Orlando. Checking out the Magic, I'm sure they wouldn't mind taking the form that they've shown so far in the preseason right into the regular season with them. They've been having a lot of success. Fellas, it is quite clear that Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the league with his contract done and his stardom. Should New Orleans be feeling the pressure to go deep in the playoffs, Shaq?
Well, I don't know what team he's going to be with, but any team with that.
We continue to get an early look at all of our favorite NBA teams as the preseason continues here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans and the Orlando Magic. Taking a look at New Orleans. They're struggling so far in the preseason, but the coaches aren't really that worried yet.
And you know, Kevin, there's really no reason to be worried at this point. You've got to make sure your guys are doing what you ask them to do, that they're in good condition, they're healthy, and their mindset is right for what's coming up in the regular season.
And I think that's the case with this team. I don't see anything to be alarmed about. I mean, it's about preparation, shaking off the rust, and the final score, not really the be-all and the end-all.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen, Davis and Ashik in the middle, and it's Evans in at the one.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
It's taken away by Payton. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Ashik against Vucevic. The 11-footer. Shot is good off the back rim and in. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Evans kicks to Pondexter. Here's Davis. Here's Ashik. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
For the Magic, Wayne Dedman for New Orleans. Coles comes in for Eric Gordon. Now, here's Fry. 12 points his last outing. Ashik pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Davis gets it to go.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And here is Payton. Oladipo outside. With one on the clock. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like you do the one jewel pull-up. You like to do that.
Well, I tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt.
Yeah, the Brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
Hey. Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Inside it's Fry and Vucevic. Watson out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's Hezonja in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Evan Fournier is checked in for Orlando. Luke Babbitt is checked in for New Orleans. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Aaron Gordon is checking in for the Magic. There's Hezonja. Gordon up on top. Pass to Watson. Fournier in the corner. Picked by Vucevic. Clock at 4. Shoots from 12. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Fournier. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Heat.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for them. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Orlando making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Tobias Harris comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Payton in for C.J. Watson.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Davis inside, defended by Gordon, and Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 6 points.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might have...
And the first half comes to a conclusion.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Hart.
And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough ones.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Zanashik in the middle. Gordon and Pondexter are the wingmen, and it's Evans in at the point guard position. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
And the pass to Oladipo. 1:04 left in the third quarter. For the lead. The shot is off, and New Orleans will go the other way with it.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed, and it just took him a little bit of time. And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Orlando. Fry comes in for Aaron Gordon, and then for New Orleans, Dante Cunningham's checked in for Pondexter, and Cole's subbed in for Gordon. Payton drives in, and they take the lead.
Great ways to start that.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The Amway Center here in Orlando didn't see a lot of wins last season. Magic really struggled at times. Surprisingly, Greg, in this building.
Yeah, a young team still haven't yet established their identity. Only 13 wins at home. And really that inability to defend that home court is why they fell out of the playoff hunt early.
Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Omerosh. And good on the basket. Book it.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Now Oladipo. Now the dish to Payton. There's the three. Can't get it to fall. And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. Well, Orlando shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Harris is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot. And in the middle, this is out there for Orlando. The Pelicans trail. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Vucevic.
Not this one.
Payton with the ball. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Hit into them on the perimeter.
They're up by 2. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And thank you, Doris.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Davis against Gordon. And it's Davis missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Harris outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized. Watch out. Anthony Davis has caught fire.
Good one.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. .54 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
To the paint. It's stolen by Harris. Payton outside. Kicks it to Vucevic from 12 feet out. Buries it.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Here's Davis, rebounded by Vucevic. And that's an intentional foul. It's the first that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break. So they foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're losing by 7. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message.
Giving messages and teaching lessons. And I respect that. But at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Shit. Logo fast twos in there.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 7. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday with the 3. The rebound by Hazanya.
Oh, shit.
Now here's Watson. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character.